Hello everybody, Gabe from Switch Force here, and I recently had the opportunity to play the co-op section of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. For those of you that do not know, the co-op is completely separate from the story missions, and there are 18 co-op challenges in total. You can pick the difficulty, easy, normal, and hard are your options. The gameplay you are watching is on the normal difficulty, and I am playing as Rabbid Yoshi and as Luigi. This is one of the earlier challenges, so obviously the further you get in the 18 of them, the more difficult they get. And of course, there are also varying difficulties, like I mentioned. The objective here is to defeat 14 enemies. And the really cool thing about the co-op here is that I control two characters, and the person that I played with was controlling two characters. So there are four good guys on the team in total, and your job is to do whatever the challenge says. Here I am just like looking around a little bit, getting a scope of the area, trying to figure out what type of enemies we're against. Going to the character select one more time by mistake, and then we go ahead and get started. So I had a lot of fun with the co-op, but that's the very first thing I want to get out of the way as we move Rabbid Yoshi here for the first time. The co-op was way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know why I thought it wasn't gonna be fun, but you know, originally when we first heard about the multiplayer, I was under the impression that we were gonna just play through like the story stuff together, right? Like, you know, one Joy-Con controls one character, the other Joy-Con controls the other, but that is not the case at all. Here we are playing, you know, with two teams of two, so we have 4 people total. We did play single Joy-Con. That is how we got to play this. It controls really well, given the fact that it is like single Joy-Con. But here I am as Yoshi trying to figure out who I should go after, and I believe I do go after this guy here in front of me, get a nice critical there and take care of him quite easily and quite handily. I use my little ability so that I can have my protection, and then I use my turn as Luigi. So the cool thing is you can like switch at any time. Like if it's my turn to go or whatever, I can just switch to my teammate and he can do his moves before I end up doing mine, and there's nothing getting in the way of that whatsoever. So here we are with another critical as Luigi, taking that little like ink sniper shot there. Go ahead, use my ability as well before I pass it over to my teammate, and then he of course gets his turn. He was actually a pretty good teammate. I didn't know the person, and that's like the one thing like that I will say, like probably playing with strangers isn't like the best like case scenario for this. Like I wanted to play with someone that I knew. Zach and Jake were not able to make it to the event, so it would have been awesome to like be there and like coordinate with like people that I know. I can only imagine that the coordination is just so much better here. You know, your own cover gets like destroyed here because you use that like super dangerous and also powerful blast that Rabbid Mario used there. Little weird combination here. I went with Team Green, he went with Team Red. He is regular Mario and Rabbid Mario, and I was Rabbid Yoshi and Luigi. Here he's figuring out his way how to get his traversal going. You want to make sure to get good positioning, and you also want to make sure that you're not like left stranded. That happened to me during like one of the other co-op challenges that we did. We do want to show you this full co-op challenge first. We sadly ran out of time on the second one that we were using, but yeah, you want to make sure that you like don't get stranded. It had one of the cases where I went as Luigi to like a certain section, defeated the enemy there, and all the enemies were in the other section, and by the time that I would get to the other section, the enemies were already gone because all my other hero and my teammates were over there, and they were just like wiping the floor with them. But good difficulty here. The Rabbids are making a move. Then it goes back to being our turn once again. Contemplated doing a team jump here. We'll see if we get it going here in a moment. If I was Mario, I would have been able to just stomp on that rabbit there and it would have been perfectly fine. could have got some damage going, but only Mario, not even Rabbid Mario, has the ability to do stomp on enemies. So that's a very cool thing that's like exclusive to Mario. Instead, I choose to go to the left over here, and we have a decent chance of hitting this little rabbit here. We do get him to 130 damage. That unfortunately is not enough to take him out, but much closer. I also want to point out on the top right of the screen it says defeat 14 enemies, and they have all those little circles. The full circles means how many you've defeated. So so far we had like 3 taken out, but yeah, like I really like that the co-op stuff is separate from the campaign. There's like a different save file, and I've mentioned this in other videos, but just in case this co-op video is the only one that you're watching for our Rabbids content today, and if it is, what are you doing? We have a Rabbids discussion video. We have 10 new reasons to be excited for Mario Rabbids, and I'm excited that we got a golden shot there as Rabbid Yoshi, and we were able to take out the enemy. If someone was nearby, they'd be able to get those coins up there. But we have a ton of Mario Rabbids footage up here today, and it's great content in my opinion, and hopefully you guys watch it and give the game a chance, because I think it's truly cool. But like I was saying, I love that it's separate from the campaign. Like it's not like you and your friend like playing through the story, like, even though that would have been cool, I imagine. And again, here, we're just getting a lay of the land, trying to figure out what's what as far as our surroundings and where the rest of the enemies are. I love that those Goombas are just like laying there. They're like, they can't get up. It seems like there's like honey on them or something. But yeah, I actually like the fact that it's separate. It's completely separate, and that, in my opinion, is a good thing. Here, I don't know why he didn't like take cover like a little bit to the right there. He would have still been able to take out this enemy probably, but he is still able to, of course, take out the enemy in front of him that has 5 health. The one towards the back there has 135 health, but this Maki Marauder weapon that Rabbid Mario has, it's so powerful, and the range on it is kind of insane. Like the area of effect, of course, critical on the first hit here, golden shot. So then there's all those golden coins there that he should be able to get. The enemy right back there, he has like that ink on him, or the tar, and now he only has 3 health left, so he will be made short work of quite quickly. You can change to the Tacticam at any time, and you can get a lay of the land, like I was saying. But having a teammate that you of course know and that you like deal with like quite often will probably make this like way more fun, even though it was really fun to play. Like we ran out of time during the second challenge we were doing, because we were there, it was a timed event, and we had to leave, catch our flight back to our homes. But as you saw, Mario came in for the finish there on what Rabbid Mario started, and yeah, there are a lot of gold coins back there for him to be able to get. This Rabbid does have a clear shot at me there with Rabbid Yoshi. I don't know why, because Mario was like right there too. I don't know why he chose to go to me. Probably because I was closer, and probably maybe because I had taken some damage already, are the only things I can guess. There at the top you saw that 3 more Rabbids were beginning to spawn. So as you do start taking these enemies out, you will begin to like spawn different ones, of course. And now trying to figure out where to go there. Obviously there's some enemies there on the right. I could take this pipe here, which I believe is what I do. We'll secure in a second. But yeah, playing with somebody that I'm sure is gonna be a blast. I can't wait to like eventually play this with the guys. I'm sure Zach and Jake will bring you guys like challenge gameplay when we have copies of the game, of course. But here I'm very close. I have a 100% shot, plus I have a 25% chance of doing a push as well. Doing push is very cool, because it can like throw enemies like completely off of the battlefield, and it like takes them out. As soon as they get pushed off, they do not come back. If you get pushed off, you do come back, so that's pretty important. I don't like that I left myself open here to like 2 different attacks. One on the top there, he has 4 health left. I figured that we were gonna be able to take him out, but he survived with 4 health. But I do use my ability to try to scare them away. It does not work for me whatsoever, and this is one of the things where I was talking about, where like I'm just like stuck over here as Luigi. I mean, stuck is a wrong word, but getting over there is going to take me a couple of turns. I can't just get somewhere and be useful right away. Here everything is out of range, there's nothing I can do, so I just transfer my turn back over to Mario and Rabbid Mario. And here he's trying to get positioning and see what he can work with. Of course, you can go and grab all the coins here as Beepo. So making his way up here is probably the smart thing, because there are going to be some enemies that we're going to need to take care of towards the center here in a little bit. So let's see what he does here. You know, honestly, I don't even remember, so I'm commentating this with you guys as we go. But probably going up this pipe is going to be for the best. Maybe taking some cover. That's what I would do, and that is what gets done here. But, you know, I can't wait to see just how, like, intricate or difficult these co-op challenges get. The one that we played, obviously here, 14 enemies, defeat them. That's the objective. The other one that we played was, you know, defeat 20 enemies, and like the battle like arena was like a little bit like bigger. So I'm assuming that there's gonna be other ones, because there are battles in the single player where you're just trying to get to like a certain point. Here we have 3 new enemies spawn, and they're ready to do their dastardly deeds against us. We have a rabbit going in for a hit on me, and then he just like runs up. We're definitely gonna need to take care of him. He gets like unlucky there and misses, but his pal over here on the bottom of the screen, he's able to go in and hit me twice. So poor Rabbid Yoshi is not in good shape. Yoshi was not unlocked. I would have used regular Yoshi. I much prefer him, but he wasn't unlocked for me, just because up to that point in the story that the save file that we were playing was on, regular Yoshi wasn't unlocked in the story. And if you do not have a character unlocked in the story, you do not have them unlocked in co-op. So that also gives you incentive to just go finish the story first. Unlock as much as you can, whether it be weapons or characters or whatever. You're going to want to do all that first. So going in, taking a little bit more cover as Luigi here, and then we have a 100% chance here against a very low level rabbit. He only has 75 health, so we're able to shoot him rather quickly, and probably use my Steely Stare or just switch over to Yoshi as well. I do this a lot. I go into Tacticam mode like a lot, and I try to just get a lay of the land. I play much slower than my teammate does. I don't know why. Like, just I like to be like a little bit more like tactical or methodical. No, I mean, and it's all preference. You play how you want to play. I'm not saying that one way is better than the other, but that's just how I happen to play. And the person I was playing with, he's like a little quicker. Like he was way quicker with his movements, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, and that could be like totally in my head. But you know, trying to figure out what to do here, trying to figure out positioning. Positioning is very important, especially in the co-op challenges here, and communication, man. Communication is absolutely key. You're gonna want to have good communication. Unfortunately, there is no online. That's like a big bummer. I wish it did have online, so I could like play with Zach and Jake like whenever I wanted, basically. So like that would have been awesome. But yeah, online is not a thing. Local only. Which, you know, I understand. You know, you gotta have like servers up and whatnot for the online multiplayer, and you know, who knows if an 18 challenge mode would have like life, like as far as like online, like if people are gonna want to do it for a long time. But here he has a pretty good shot at one of these Rabbids, like another golden shot, destroy that cover there, which should give him a pretty good position on this other rabbit who has an effect on him right now. But that rabbit's probably gonna move and be dastardly somewhere else. So we're getting closer to the end here. There are 4 enemies left. We've defeated 10, and again, I just want to point out that this is one of the earlier co-op challenges. We do assume that they get more difficult as you go along, but you know, this is one of my least favorite things. I hate being that, like, well, that wasn't me, that was Mario, but it seemed like he was like so far away. I couldn't tell that he was gonna hit them, but you know, he did get the kill there, or kill, defeat, whatever you want to call it. He was able to get it, and now it's the Rabbit's turn. We do have the Rabbids on the ropes here. They can attack Rabbid Mario all they want. It's gonna be for nothing. I think we're gonna feel pretty confident about our chances of winning here. Let's get going maybe a little bit closer as Rabbid Yoshi, and see if we can have a little bit better positioning here momentarily. The other thing I wanted to point out, the environments from co-op, they're taken from the single player stuff. While it's not going to be like the exact same like fights or anything like that, they are like specifically made for co-op. There are assets and just environments that are used from the single player. So good on them. As long as the co-op stuff is like completely like different. Like I don't want to play the exact same mission multiple times unless I'm going back and playing on a harder difficulty, because there is hard mode here for the co-op challenges, something that there isn't for the single player stuff. You can never play like hard mode in the single player stuff, but you know, I'm trying to make my way up there so that we can have like a better view of the Rabbids. But you know, I'm still over here as Luigi, trying to figure out what to do. I'm taking, like I said, I take my time way too much. I'm aware of that. I'm a little bit slower, which, you know, can be both a good thing and a bad thing. I probably didn't need to worry about it too much, since we had a pretty good grasp on the situation, and I probably shouldn't have been worried. But you know, just moving closer, getting positioning is, you know, something that I try to keep my mind on. Yoshi, Rabbid Yoshi here, he only has 130 health left. He's taken quite some damage, but you know, I feel pretty good about the fact that we're going to be okay here. So after my turn here, it's going to be the Rabbids once again, and they're going to have an opportunity to try to close in. Like, we're all pretty close at this point. We have one Rabbid left up there alive, and the other three that are about to spawn. And that'll basically be it. So we're gonna switch on over, let him do his thing, because I didn't really do anything that turn, if I'm being honest. But you know, he's gonna go ahead, collect the coins. I don't know if you like the coins are shared or not. I honestly wasn't paying very much attention to that. So maybe he can get up there, defeat that enemy, and then be ready for those three, because they're gonna be like right there. Ooh, he's even gonna get to do like a stop, it looks like. That could be cool. So we'll keep an eye here on what he's doing. But yeah, it seems like maybe having a timer or something would have been cool. But you know, you get to take your time, and you get to just be like so methodical with your movements. And as you can see here, this is like a 20-minute video, and this is one challenge mode. This is one challenge in co-op mode. There are 18 of them, and like I said, they do get like longer. The other one that we played was 20 enemies instead of 14, and I'm sure they change. I don't think it's always just going to be like, hey, defeat X amount of enemies, and you know, there's going to be different enemy types and bigger enemies and more difficult stuff as you go along. So you could probably get a decent amount of hours out of the 18 co-op challenges as well. Here he's trying to figure out exactly what he needs to do, because if he goes up there as Rabbid Mario, which he's taken some damage, he has 230 health now, he'll easily be able to take care of that one Rabbid that's up there. But then the other three are going to spawn, and they're going to have their turns, and that could probably mean that, you know, one of our teammates players is down, and that's definitely not something that we want. So he himself is trying to figure out exactly what to do here and the best way to go about it without you know, sacrificing basically Rabbid Mario, because the enemies that are going to spawn, they're going to have a turn next, and you're going to be left up there completely vulnerable with no cover whatsoever. So again, positioning very, very important. And like I said, just the big bummer for me, even though it's understandable, is the fact that there's no online co-op. Like, that would have been the best like case scenario. Like for me, like playing this like with Zach and with Jake, even though like they don't live near me, that would have been like pretty awesome. Here he does have a 50% chance of hitting. We'll see if he does. He does, and he gets a critical, and he's able to take him out. And that's gonna be all we can even do for this turn, because there's no enemies to attack. So we can use our abilities here, and that's gonna be really it. We should probably just change on over to the enemy side at this point. Let the three of them spawn. We only have to defeat two of them. I'm pretty sure that once we defeat the two of them, the challenge ends, and we do end up being victorious. There they go, attacking my Rabbid Yoshi for some reason. They really loved him. He was the one that took like the most damage out of everybody, and they continue to like try to get him. But here they attack Rabbid Mario instead. If they would have attacked Rabbid Yoshi, I could have probably been taken out. There he does a cool little cinematic jump, and it seems like he's gonna go for regular Mario. I thought he was gonna go for Rabbid Mario there. There is danger afoot though. We have to defeat the last two enemies quickly, or they're gonna take out one of us, and that's not something we want. So here we are. I'm trying to go in for the slide, and probably like move like to a little bit of a safer distance, although we probably don't need it. We go in for the slide, do the 60 damage, go back, take a little bit of cover, because Rabbid Yoshi does have such little damage. This should be able to take him out, so I'm not even worried. Let's go ahead, throw our explosive, do a critical, and boom, he is done. Now all we have left is one enemy, and we should be totally fine. So as a Luigi, we try to maneuver and see what we can do here. Yeah, so one enemy left, and I believe it took us 6 turns, which is pretty good. And you do get like ratings and like single player stuff for like the amount of turns that you take. But there we go, dual critical, 220 damage with the golden shot, and he's absolutely just gone. So the battle has been cleared. And that's it. Full match of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Remember the Boalamo. It says co-op challenge complete. Thank you guys for watching. We do hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you enjoying it. If you did, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I say it enjoyed a whole lot right now. And let me know what you think. Who will you be playing with? Let me know. Will you be playing with your brother or sister, your significant other, whoever? Let me know who you're playing with in the comments below. And that's going to be pretty much it. We do hope you enjoyed this. My name has been Gabe. This has been Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Co-op, a full match. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hit the thumbs up on the video if you did like it, and that'll help us out a whole lot. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that good stuff. You guys are great. We love you. Switch Force out.